Dear students, let's have some more questions in this series of MCQ. And today we are having 10 more questions, MCQs, and its explanation also. Some important facts I'm going to reveal here for the purpose of UGC NET exam as well as other exams of English literature. So, first question we have a line man. The line is there: a man can be destroyed but not defeated. Appears in which work? So we have four different options, friends, and from these four options we have to select the right one. So which can be the right one, friends? For whom the bell tolls, or the old man and the sea, the snow of Kilimanjaro, the sun also rises. So which one is the right one, friends? So here this line, a man can be destroyed but not defeated, it appears in the old man and the sea. So B option is the right one, friends. And the old man and the sea is a great work by Ernest Hemingway, the American novelist, we can say. American novelist he was, and it is his novella, because a short novel in length is called or considered as novella, and it is a form of novel writing. So this line is spoken by Santiago, the character in this particular novella. Santiago is a character portrayed by Ernest Hemingway in The Old Man and the Sea, and it was published in it was written in 1951, then published after 1 year in 1952. So it is a 20th century novella, but written by Ernest Hemingway, and Santiago is the character who is going to speak this sentence in this novella. Next question we have: one of the following novelists is called the poet laureate of market economy. Who is he? So we have to find out the novelist who was called as poet laureate of market economy. Okay, he was a novelist, but still he was called as poet laureate, but not in general sense, but in the sense of market economy. So what can be the right answer, friends? It is option number D, Daniel Defoe, the great novelist of his time. He was called as market economy poet laureate because he was an unofficial poet laureate also, and he was actually the English novelist and a pamphleteer and a journalist also. And let me tell you about the current poet laureate of US, United States. It is Joy Harjo. Joy Harjo is the current poet laureate in US. And for you, let me tell you that search about UK's poet laureate who is right now, and comment in the video comment. Okay, let's move ahead. Next question is: Wagner is a character in. So here we have one character which is portrayed in one of these works. Okay, so first of all is there the Duchess of Malfi, Dr. Faustus, then Every Man in His Humor, the Jew of Malta. So which one is the right one, friends? The right option is Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus is right here. Not A, but here B will come. Okay, so Dr. Faustus is the right one in which this character Wagner was portrayed, and Wagner was Faustus' student. Actually, he was a character in this particular play, and he was Faustus' student and also a servant. Wagner uses his master's books to learn how to summon devils and work magic. So it was Wagner's work. Uh, he was going to use his master Faustus' books to summon devils and work magic. So practicing magic he was doing. And Dr. Faustus is a tragedy by Christopher Marlowe, as we all know, one of the university wits and the great university wit of all. Christopher Marlowe, one of the great university wits. Then next one is The Mill on the Floss is a tragic story of two brothers, a brother and a sister, two sisters, or a husband and a wife. So here, friends, The Mill on the Floss is a story of a brother and a sister. their relationship. Okay, the circumstances they are facing in the story. So a brother and sister portrayed by the great novelist George Eliot, and who was also called as Mary Ann Evans. It was her another name, Mary Ann Evans. So Meal on the Floss was written by her and was published in 3 volumes. So 3 volumes are there in this particular story. 1860, it was published with 3 volumes, and it was published by William Blackwood. So a publisher's name is given there, William Blackwood. And Maggie Tulliver, let me tell you about the major character of this particular story. Maggie Tulliver is the protagonist, the main character of this novel, and her brother's name is Tom. So Maggie and Tom, their relationship is portrayed here, depicted here by the novelist George Eliot. And this novel spans the period of 10 to 15 years, describing the lives of this brother and sister. So brother and sister's lives are described in this particular novel. Then next one is the mistakes of the night is the subtitle of the play. So which was the play which has the subtitle the mistakes of the night? So here, friends, option number C is right. She stoops to conquer. So see, she stoops to conquer is having the subtitle "The Mistakes of the Night," and it is a comedy play, a comic play by Oliver Goldsmith, first performed in 1773. Okay, it is 18th century play by Oliver Goldsmith, and comedy it is particularly, and it has themes, major themes portrayed by the playwright is uh, a courtship and love, mistakes and deception, then parents and children are depicted there in the characters. Okay, so these are the major themes here, and it is also called as light-hearted farce. It is this particular play, She Stoops to Conquer, is also called as light-hearted farce, narrating the misunderstandings among the characters of this particular play. Then next one, thus conscience does make cowards of all. So this famous line is from Macbeth, Hamlet, The Tempest, or Othello. So which one is the right option, friends? The right option is here. It is Hamlet. Okay, so Hamlet is the particular play in which this line occurs. Thus, conscience does make cowards of all, and this line was spoken by Hamlet himself. Hamlet is a character also in this particular play with the same name. So it was spoken by him, and which means that our knowledge of these sins we have committed that could send us to hell causes us to fear death. Very deep meaning it has, and it is spoken by Hamlet by William Shakespeare. Moving ahead, friends, cultural studies takes its outlook from Saussure, Raymond Williams, Julia Kristeva, or Jameson. So, which one is the right answer, friends? It's very easy to find out. It is Raymond Williams, the great critic of his time of 20th century. Okay, and he has remarked a lot of things about cultural studies. He has developed this theory of cultural studies, and he has written so many books on this particular theory. First one is there, Culture and Society, which was published in 1958 by Raymond Williams. Then in this particular work, Raymond Williams depicted his ideas on culture. His ideas on culture he depicted in this particular work, and against the notion of high culture. So he tried to differentiate the high culture and other culture prevailing in the society. Okay, so his ideas on culture we can find in this particular book, Culture and Society. And his statement is there, which may be asked in exam, that he said that culture is ordinary and culture is a whole of way of life. So culture is ordinary and culture is a whole of way of life. It is spoken by him and it is stated by him in his book Culture and Society. So when we speak about cultural studies, Raymond Williams will be the major one, major critic, major theorist of this particular theory. Moving ahead, friends, we have intertextuality, a term coined by Gayatri Spivak, Julia Kristeva, Jacques Lacan, or Roland Barthes. So here, friends, the right answer is Julia Kristeva. Once again, Julia Kristeva, and it is B, not A. So, friends, Julia Kristeva coined this particular term, intertextuality. And what does it mean? Let's find out. Intertextuality means the shaping of text's meaning. Okay, the shaping of a text's meaning by another text. That is its meaning. It means the interconnection between similar or related works of literature. So that is very important line, friends. Interconnection between similar and related works of literature, literary works that reflect audiences' interpretation of the text. So, once again, the shaping of a text meaning by another text in literature, that is called intertextuality. And let me tell you about Julia Kristeva. Julia Kristeva was the Bulgarian French philosopher and literary critic. Okay, so that is the term coined by Julia Kristeva, meaning interconnection between similar or related works of literature. Moving ahead, friends, the most influential of Homi Bhabha's contribution to post colonial theory is his notion of productivity, Orientalism, hybridity, or liminality. So, what will be the right answer, friends? It's very easy question, and the right answer is hybridity. Hybridity is a concept defined by him, defined by Homi Bhabha, and it was defined in his work. That is very important, friends. The location of culture. It is a book by him in which he defined this particular term, hybridity. Hybridity refers to any mixing of East and Western culture. That is its meaning. It refers to mixing, okay, of East and Western culture, Eastern and Western culture, a mix we can say, and that is hybridity according to Homi Bhabha. And it is used frequently in post-colonial discourse and post-colonial analysis to mean simply cross-cultural exchange. It is a combination of two or more identities within one person without an assumed or imposed hierarchy. So it is also a combination, a mixing, okay, and frequently used as post colonial discourse. In post colonial theory, it is used by many critics. So once again, Homi Bhabha coined this particular term, hybridity, in his work The Location of Culture. Then the last question of this video is, mythos in Aristotle's Poetics stands for plot, diction, character, or music? So, very interesting question, friends. So, mythos here deals with plot. It means plot according to Aristotle. So, what is mythos? Mythos is the term used for the plot of an Athenian tragedy. Athenian tragedy plot is described as mythos, and it is described by Aristotle in his Poetics. Okay, he analyzed the tragedy and tragic works in his Poetics, a critical work by Aristotle. And in this particular work, he analyzed and interpreted different terminologies of tragedy. Okay, so that is one of them, mythos. Aristotle described six elements, friends, here. Six elements that we must know, because it may be asked, and many times these are asked. Six elements of tragedy given by Aristotle. First one is mythos, as we all know. Okay, then character is the second one, then thought is the third one, and diction is the fourth one, and song is the fifth one, and spectacle, this is the sixth one. Okay, so six elements he described in his Poetics. First one is plot, character, thought, diction, song, and spectacle. And in this, plot is the most important part of the tragedy that is described by Aristotle here. Okay, friends. So that's all for today. For today's video, we are having so many videos on MCQs and objective type questions, as well as one-liners of English literature and criticism. So you can find these videos and the material, study material, and the links of different standard books that I have used a lot for preparing this material, as well as for passing my net also. Okay, so you can refer those standard books also. The links are already given in the description. You can just find out these links and follow the links, and you can buy the books from Amazon. And I have here suggested only the standard books, so you can trust on me for that, friends. And that's all for today. Next video will be on the unit 1 drama, so wait for that. Thank you so much for today, friends.